Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spring Training Edition of LA Dodger Report. How's everybody doing out there? Spring training camps have opened, pitchers and catchers and additional players have reported, so everything is starting up grand, kinda, in the Dodgers spring training camp. I've got a couple of spring training notes for everybody. First of all, Matt Kemp is still a Dodger. Go figure on that one. We'll see how long that lasts. Who knows? He may last the entire camp and win himself a spot on the Dodger squad. And that might not be a bad thing if he's got some good left inside the tank. All right, what else have we got? Corey Seager update. You might remember Corey Seager had a tweaked elbow during the season last season. He didn't get any surgery and just kind of tried to work it out en natural. Well, here we are at spring training, and that en natural method isn't really playing out all that well. The Dodgers are still being very cautious with Corey Seager, and he has yet to throw a ball further than 100 feet. So, very tentative, very easy on the steps with Corey Seager. We'll have to stay tuned and watch how that turns out. Final spring training note. There's not a lot of spring training notes right now because we're right at the beginning, but final spring training note, Alex Wood. He tweaked his ankle in a warm-up day before yesterday, I believe, or yesterday it may have been. Either way, he was scheduled for a bullpen today, and he threw a light bullpen session. The Dodgers also are being very cautious with Alex Wood's tweaked ankle. Wood says that he feels just fine and he could have thrown a regular bullpen. We'll see. I saw a note on Twitter today that he had an x-ray, but I didn't see any updates. So that's also a wait and see. So very short spring training notes. Otherwise, things are looking optimistic. We all hope the best for the Dodgers. All right, and speaking of the best, I've picked up today's beer for beer review. I'm very happy to have grabbed this. I snagged this today. That's partly why, even though we have only a few notes to give on spring training, I wanted to put together a video just so that we could review this beer. This is Leo versus Ursus from Firestone Walker Brewing. So you might know Firestone Walker uses the lion and the bear. They have them here fighting each other, and the reason behind that is this beer, these little animals here are representative of the two owners, Mr. Firestone and Mr. Walker. And this beer is a Leo versus Ursus chronology. They are going to be brewing a whole new batch of beers coming out of Firestone now. They've retired a couple of their really popular beers that I liked. Double Jack and Wookie Jack have been retired, so we're not going to see those around. But on the good side of things, they're now freed up to brew and experiment with other types of beers. What allowed that to happen was their new brewery that they opened in Venice. It was new a while back. Not so new now, but it's still kind of new. They're still in their honeymoon phase, I suppose we can say. And this is one of the first beers to come out of their new creativity that they are going to be using and experimenting with different kinds of hops and grains and blends. So I've been really eager to try this out. This is a double IPA. It's a double IPA, so it comes in a little high. 8.2 ABV. Enough of me. How about some of this? Woo! Here we go. Let's try this baby out. Big can, big glass today. And I still don't even know if this glass will hold it all. Let's check it out as she pours. Rich gold color. Bit of a head developing there. And I may have poured in such a way that it allowed a little bit extra foam to build, but we've got some extra glass to play with. All right, so let's let that go down a second. And catch a smell, sweet honeyish, honey amber smell. Pretty good. There's a bit of a head on there, but let's go ahead. Quite hoppy. From what I understand, they use a new kind of hop, and actually a newly developed hop in their newly developed beer here. It's got a good hoppy punch, but not too much for you folks that want to like IPAs, but you feel that they're a little bit too sharp. This does give you some of the hoppiness, but not too much. Just enough to enjoy. You know, this would have been the perfect size glass. It looks like the perfect size glass for that tall boy, for that tall beer. Let's have a little more and see what else we taste. Take a little of that foam off the top. Here we go. The hops are there, a little bit of sweetness, kind of rolls around the sides of the tongue. That almost like a light honey flavor. I want to say a very, very, very faint anise, and the finish doesn't linger very long. It finishes very clean. For being such a big beer, for being a double IPA, the hops have a good bite, but they're moderate. The taste of the beer doesn't linger too long, and it finishes really clean. This is a very well balanced big double IPA. Leo versus Ursus from Firestone Walker. This one, I believe, is coming out of the Venice brewery that they opened. So if you're out here in California, do yourself a favor and stop by that brewery, Firestone Walker. Great beer here. A great beer for hopefully a great 2018 season. I'll be back again with another new beer for us to review and more spring training notes before you know it. Peace.